What I love most about this place is just it's so unique. The crazy barren landscapes dotted by banana plantations, old dilapidated houses with the renewable energy windmills in the mountains provide some amazing contrasts. Alright, so the first day I arrived straight into the eye of a storm. It doesn't rain much here, so it was a big surprise to be leaving cold, wet northern Europe to cyclonic winds in the usually calm Canaries. I'd been pretty nervous and keen to reacquaint with Gran Canaria, the people I came to know and love many years ago, and its world-class waves. That first night we experienced 50-knot winds and torrential rain, and it felt like the house was going to blow down on us. Not much sleeping was had between first night nerves and leaking roof drops bouncing into the buckets on the floor. Waking up the next day to similar winds but less rain, we were straight for the waves. The water was chocolate brown and chopped out, but just the urge to get back out there after so long pushed me to get back amongst it. The raw power of the swells here is something I'll never get accustomed to, and surviving any session here without bouncing off the bottom is always a relief. It's okay. There's no other rush I've experienced like that of the Canarian waves. The atmosphere, the perfect temperatures. There's also a cool feeling of community with everybody knowing everybody, something we lack in my hometown, the Gold Coast back in Australia.
Such a close moon this evening, you would believe you could shoot an arrow through it from behind the row of orchids in your mother's kitchen. And the sky wriggled around us, pricked by your laughter, leaking lush colours out to win you over in the heart of a distant foothold. Poems penned from the edge of decay, seeking simple ways to say sorry. And so it rose all tomb-like behind him, slightly to the left of the office block. I saw a heavy beige mass embossing a frosty morning in mid-December. Silver pebbles seemed to skim within the river, and cars cast beaming searchlights. Bows heave a sigh from quivering shadows thrown like breadcrumbs upon the glassy glazed surface. Concentrated chuckles fall from warm windows. Young professionals in cool parties perpetually pulling strings attached to nothing at all, save a few miserable excuses. Marjorie morals spread thin and mouths dribbling. Proceed to check out basket symbols. All about us, melting material. Your lie of a life is an idea. The third light wave is your way.
A few days later we woke up to the aroma of fertiliser and damp earth, which told us that the wind had swung offshore and you could hear waves exploding in the protected bay, meaning a solid swell was running.
Crystal, crystal, crystal. Why you sit back here? Yeah, the Bodyboarding World Tour Comp at Fronton has really opened doors to the Canarians on the international stage. It's one of the world's best bodyboarding waves, offering big barrels, ramps and mutant drops. Hopefully it can make some good opportunities for Galda and the locals who live there as well. Whilst the contest didn't have epic conditions this year, I'm sure in the years to come it will blow minds and increase one of the Canaries' highest profile sports.
spectator's point of view, on any given classic winter's day here, you're able to see more moves and barrels in one session than in a year at other surf spots around the world.
Where he he just drove off, sometimes life's a king. I ran my mouth off a bit too much, or what did I say? Well, you just laughed it off, it was all okay.
The locals are continually evolving and are now right up there mixing it with the world's best, which is fantastic to see.
With your feet in the air and your head on the ground, try this trick, spin it, yeah. Your head will collapse, but there's nothing in it. You ask yourself, where is my mind? Where is my mind? Where is my mind?
I was swimming in the Caribbean. Animals were hiding
safety option is to paddle into the tiny port harbour of Coletta. You're coming past the big Virgin of the Sea monument and exit where the waves wash up pretty much into the front doors of the small flats embedded into the caves and rocks.
One I did, like the last one was good, drop back.
Yeah, that was
One of the best because it had a good ball. Yeah. That's the thing with pizza. I remember you have to get the right. Has to be like Gordo.
White demon, where's your selfish kiss? White demon, sorrow.
Alright, yeah, what I love most about this place is just it's so unique. The crazy barren landscapes, dotted by banana plantations, old dilapidated houses, the renewable energy windmills in the mountains provide some amazing contrast. It's also an eerie feeling to know that the remains of the original local Aboriginal tribes from as far back as 25 centuries ago lay there next to the waves of surfing. Yeah, it's not just about the waves here though. You've got the cool little bars like Kawankri, Palaos and Tu Mismo. For breakfast, the leche, which is a coffee with condensed milk, is always on the cards. Then for lunch you've got the famous bocadillos, which are like a massive baguette with the works. And then of course after that, the cold tropical with the sunset to reminisce about the day's waves.
Manos de mi madre saben qué ocurre por las mañanas, cuando amastra la vida por no debajo tanta esperanza. Las manos de mi madre me dan rebaño desde temprano, todo se vuelve final.
I'm still alive, must have been a miracle. It's been a hell of a ride, destination still unknown. It's a fact of life, if you make one wrong move with a gun to your head, you better walk the line or you'll be left for dead. I'm a runaway train on a broken track, I'm the ticket on the bomb that you can't turn back this time. That's right, I got away with it all and I'm still alive. Let the end of the world come tumbling down, I'll be the last man standing on the ground. As long as hot blood runs through my veins, I'm still alive. Lost in the night, feeling so invisible. Oh, a dead man walking the wire, high above the devil's net that's made of fire, and it's a long way down from the top of the world. You better look around or you're gonna get burned. I'm a runaway train on a broken track, I'm the ticket on the bomb that you can't turn back this time. That's right, I got away with it all and I'm still alive. Let the end of the world come tumbling down, I'll be the last man standing on the ground. And as the dust clears, look in my eyes, I'm still alive. I'm still alive. The darkest night is black enough to keep the morning light from shining. The highest wall is tall enough to keep the smallest man from climbing. The more that you resist the tide, the more it pulls you in, the more you hang on for your life.
This little town with its long narrow street, the plaza, the old church, the bars, and especially its romerías, apart from the waves, is what keeps me and others coming back time after time.
Esa sale mal.
Sí.
¿No?